Hi guys, welcome back to Farm Up with me, Dr. Daniel, the passionate farmer. I'm excited to have you back. Now, you guys can see the place where we are right now. This is our feed mill temporarily. You remember the last time I was in this place, I was telling you guys we were moving the birds out. Actually, we had cleaned the place out. We had moved the birds out and we were cleaning it, we were disinfecting it, preparing it to use it as a temporary feed mill. Just in case you don't know what a feed mill is, a feed mill is a feed mill. It's where we get all the feed for the birds. Now on the farm, we consume about 6 tons of feed every day. That's a lot of feed. 6? No, maybe a bit less than that. Maybe 5.5 tons of feed every day. That's quite an amount of feed, you can imagine. And it's quite expensive. But in order to be able to actually make all that feed every day, you actually need quite an amount of machinery. You need a lot of things to help you mix that feed, because we use ingredients. We don't get already mixed feed, no. We prepare the feed ourselves. So we use different kinds of ingredients to actually mix the feed, and you need a dedicated place, a dedicated team, a dedicated group of people in order to be able to maintain both the quality and meet also the needs in terms of amount of the birds. You don't want to starve your birds, right? You certainly don't want to starve the bird. So I'll show you guys around exactly what we are doing. I've got a few minutes while the machines are not running. The guys have gone to have their lunch. The guys who are working on the feed mill, they have gone to have their lunch. So I've got a few minutes to help me show you guys around before the guys come back, because when they do come back, the machines start running again and they become really, really loud. So honestly, I can't do a video in here when the guys are working. You know, you have to be around, check on what they are doing, make sure everything is being done perfectly, because sometimes guys can decide to, I don't know, do their own stuff. I don't know if people sometimes just don't pay attention. So you certainly need to be around occasionally to ensure that everything is being done fine. So starting out, this is the place. You guys do remember, we used to brood birds from the inside of here. Of course, it has a fence, again, to ensure that not everyone just gets in. Everyone, before they go to work inside the feed mill, they need to make sure they take a bath. So we have a bathroom. I'll show you guys where the bathroom is. We have a bathroom over there. You guys can see it. Let me zoom in. Right there, you have a bathroom. Actually, there is water in there. I can see something moving. So I think there's someone actually taking a bath. So they're going to have their lunch. He's going to move out and go take a bath. You can see that we have wire mesh on the side of the feed mill. It's not supposed to be very ideal, because that means the place is not perfectly rodent proof. Of course there's wire mesh, but there's lots of rodents that can go through the wire mesh. So this is not ideal. We're going to put iron sheets all over here from the bottom all the way to the top, and that will help us increase the rodent proofing. But again, this is not the permanent place where we're going to be keeping these feed mill. No, it's not a permanent place, it's temporary while we build a feed mill right at the top of the hill on the farm. This had been swept because there is sunflower dust on the floor. You can see the dust. This is what it looks like after you've crushed it, you know, and you're going to feed it to the birds. And then we can move on to this. These are bags of maize. Yeah, they were offloaded yesterday. The guys didn't do a very good job of piling them up. Advantage though is that they move really, really quick. So it's not like they're going to stay on the floor for a long time. By tomorrow, the maize should be done. But here you can see the maize. We buy it directly from farmers, and then they bring it to the farm. You can see the maize. It has a few combs. This shouldn't be here, but it's hard to ensure that all the combs are non-existent. So you can see the maize here. So this place is proper good space. Again, right there you can see the bathroom in the corner. It's a bathroom. Then right here we have maize bran. This is maize bran. It's very good quality maize bran. It's dry, it is nice. Love it. Yeah, very good quality maize bran. It's actually almost done, so we'll probably need to order for a few more tons of the maize bran. And in case you're wondering what maize bran is the byproduct of milling maize. If you're milling maize to make posho, posho is the flour of maize. What you use is maize, then you put it in a mill, and then you'll have like the top section of the maize come off. That's maize bran. And maize bran is an energy content, but the main purpose of it, while giving it to the cattle or chickens or any animal that you're giving it to is to increase the bulk of the feed. It provides energy, but not as much as the complete maize itself. So if you give maize itself alone completely, you're going to provide too much energy to the birds, and that energy is going to be stored in some other form, and that form is usually fat. So your birds will become very fatty because they have excess energy. You don't want to give your birds excess energy. So in order to make up the bulk but not giving lots of energy, you provide them with maize bran. Yeah, again, this is the maize bran. You can see it. Yeah, you provide them with maize bran. It will make up the bulk while not increasing the amount of the energy so much. And then right here we have soya. Hope you guys can see it. Yeah, here we have bags of soya. These ones are quite hard to see on the inside of them, but we have bags of soya, and this soya is the main protein source for the chicken. So soya and sunflower cake are the main protein sources. Maize and maize bran are the main energy sources, and we use a premix. We have bags of the premix inside here, but we use the premix to provide us with the minerals, with the vitamins, everything else that's needed. So whilst this is mainly a storage area, this other side is where the actual milling happens. So again, over here we have a hammer mill. It's quite small, but it's doing our work. Inside it we have a magnet. You guys can see a magnet in here. It's a huge magnet. You can see. I'll get it out. You can see the magnet. It's a very, very huge magnet, and the purpose of this magnet is to ensure that when we are milling maize or anything else that goes through here, any metal is trapped by this magnet, because if the metal goes inside here, it will spoil the machine, the hammer mill. The hammer mill has pieces of metal that, you know, beat up the maize. So when they beat up the maize, they break it into these small pieces of maize. This is what we call broken maize, and it has lots of energy. It's simply maize that has been broken into these pieces, unlike maize bran. So it has pieces inside it that hammer the maize, and they break it up into these small pieces. But if metal goes in, because inside the bags of the feed you might have metal. You can see the maize over here. Yeah, this is the maize. So while the guys are harvesting the maize, you know, they could pick it up with metal or stones, hard things like that. But you really don't want metal to go inside your mixture. At least stones the machine might handle, but metal, nothing. So the guys will pick it like this, then come and pour it in here, you see? And when they pour it in, that magnet will trap all the metal. And then the maize bran or the broken maize will fall down here, and they will sweep it over to this side. So you can see all this is now broken maize. This whole entire area is broken maize. Then they will bag it, they will just put it into bags, and they will weigh it, just so they know how heavy it is. So we have a weighing scale here. It weighs up to 200 kilograms. You can see it. So this is 28 kilos. You can see. How? Yeah, 28 and a half, almost 29. What they did is not very prudent. You shouldn't leave weights on a weighing scale. You know, it spoils the weighing scale. So I'll help them get off this. So the weighing scale is back to default settings, which is 0. You can move it, you know, to make sure it's at 0. Just a bit of calibration. So it's at 0, and then you can use it again. It's a very good quality weighing scale over there. So after that, they put it in the bags. The hammer mill or the crusher will again work on the sunflower cake to break it up into small pieces. After that, after everything has been made, we have this huge machine. And this is a mixer, and it is such a lifesaver. Oh my God, it's such a lifesaver. It has an engine here. This is a diesel engine. You can see it. It's a powerful engine. The mixer is able to carry 1 ton of feed. It mixes 1 ton of feed every 30 minutes. So after the feed has been picked up, they will bring it in and pour it in here. You can even see there is still some feed in here. They'll pour the components in here, and then the machine will just draw it up. It will draw it up, take it up into the mixture, churn it all around, and then it will come out at this end. And someone will put a bag. These are the bags. They'll put a bag right here and trap it. Put it here. So it does save you all the hassle of using a shovel. The hassle of using a shovel, with this you can mix a ton every 30 minutes. That's such a lifesaver. And so this area, we've just started using it, but this is where we keep all our mixed feed. So everything that has been mixed, just like these bags over here, will be carried right over to the end there, and they are stored there. And then a tractor comes in. We're going to put an exit right there. That way we don't need to move all the way this side. A tractor will come in, everything gets loaded onto the tractor and then taken to the chicken houses in order to feed the chickens. It's an efficient system, way more efficient than what we were doing before. But like I said, this is not the best. There is more that can be done. For example, we're going to be getting a crusher that can crush maybe 3-4 tons an hour. And then we need another mixer so that at least we can mix 3 tons an hour. Because in the future, we're going to be using lots and lots and lots of feed on the farm. So a lot has to go in. But I'm really, really excited. I hope you guys can hear. It's starting to rain, so I might need to run away. So yes, guys, that is a brief show around on what our feed mill is, you know, what our mixing is, how we go through the mixing, how we prepare the feed. I know you want to know the nitty-gritties of how much do you use. I'll probably share that in one of the subsequent videos, but honestly, it is not so relevant because it's quite complicated. There's too much when it comes to the mixing. You know, we have different types of birds on the farm. We have the layer breeders at different stages. We have the commercial layers at different stages. So the mixing is quite complicated for different stages and it's all different. But I'll share that with you guys in a video very soon. Thanks for watching. Catch you very soon with another video. Lots of love. Bye-bye.